Alright, today's video we are going to do the front brakes on my 06 Scion TC. In the last video you saw me do the sway bar in link. Today it's going to be the brakes. I've already got the wheel off. Obviously it does not need brakes. I mean, it's got almost brand new pads on them. The other side, I pad slapped last time. So the other side started squeaking, so I figured go ahead, get new rotors, get new pads, do it the correct way this time since I have the time and the money. So I got new pads, I got new rotors, and that's what we're going to put on. So let's get to it. Take it out. There you have it. That's the completed product. Alright, so first things first, got two bolts here. One here and one here. I'm not sure if you guys can see it from that angle. Those are 14 millimeters. I do believe so. That is a 15. This is a 14. It is a 14. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these two off. Okay. Once those are off, you can slide the caliper out of the way and just put it up here. Let's backtrack real quick. So before you take the caliper off, if you guys are taking or putting new pads and rotors in and yours are worn out and not new like mine, what you can do if you do not have a caliper compressor or a C-clamp, you can take a flathead screwdriver like so and put it between the rotor and the pad, and pretty much just pry. And what that will do is that will compress the caliper so that you can put the new pads and rotors in. Like I said, mine's pretty much brand new, barely any wear on it, so there's not much I can do. But that's if you don't have a caliper compressor or a C-clamp. If you do have a C-clamp, you would take this off, put the screw part in here inside the cup, put the other clamp here, and just clamp down. And that'll push this piston back into the cylinder so that you can put the new pads and rotors on. So take your old pads off. Like I said, these are probably 95% new. After that, you want to take these off. I believe those are 16s. Let me verify for you. Excuse the mess. I've been doing a lot of projects today. As you can see, it is not a 16. Tis a 17. 17. So I got a lot of sockets out. So you just take that one off. My gun can't fit there, so you can use like a breaker bar. Breaker bar to break it loose. Careful with breaker bars, you don't want to hit your car and scratch the paint. Or you can just get a regular socket or a regular wrench. I'm just using a breaker bar because it's what's right near me. And you just take this bolt out. So that's 4 bolts total, minus what comes out of the wheels. Your 2 slide pin bolts and your 2 bracket bolts. Take it out. Inspect the inspect all the brake hardware. Make sure it's all nice and none of it's broken, tabs broken off or anything. This looks good. Like I said, almost brand new. And you want to check your slide pins. You see how this one's kind of, it's all right, but that one's kind of tough. Just want to kind of work them. It needs more on that one, which means it probably needs more on this. Yeah. Alright, so with these you just clean them up, put some more anti-seize lube on them. Okay, so you just get a brush of your anti-seize, pull out one, just coat it, and then slide it back in. Work it around a couple times. Make sure the plunger, the little plunger gasket fits over this lip here. This lip here. See it snap into place. And you're good to go. Do the same thing with this one. Coat it up. Push it back in. Work it around a little bit. And there you go. If the slide pin seize, you're more than likely going to have uneven brake pad wear. You could possibly even damage your caliper because one's going to slide in, the other one's not. So after that, alright, rotor's stuck on there. Since I'm getting new rotors, just knock it off. If you're not getting new rotors, careful doing that. You don't want to damage the rotor itself, since you'll be reusing it. Once again, I'm not reusing it. Alright, got your new rotor. With these, they come with a material on them, a coating, to make them anti-corrosive while they're in the package. Just get some alcohol pads, and a rag or something, some type of a brake cleaner or something, and just clean them up. You don't want that coating to get onto your pads, for the simple fact of it'll start making noises and you won't be happy. I'm running a spacer, so after you put the new rotor on, put your spacer on. Go ahead and put the nuts for the spacer on. Make sure everything is nice and tight. You don't want the spacer falling off while you're driving, because if the spacer falls off, your wheel falls off. And if your wheel falls off, then you're screwed. Also, make sure it sits flush, because if you have a crooked or anything while you're driving, it'll snap into place and everything's loose again. So that's nice and flush, that's nice and tight. I'm going to go back and tighten it again with my hand once I get the caliper and everything back on. I'll show you how to do that too. So now the bracket, I thought I brought, yep. So just clean it all up. You don't have to do this, but it's a peace of mind type thing, because you know everything's nice and clean. You know that your brake pads are going to seat well. Alright, once you clean them up, come back with some more anti-seize. Kind of want to try and do this before you put it on the car, just for the simple fact of you don't want to get it all over the rotors. That's another thing you're going to have to clean then. Got these two started here. Tighten these back down. Like so. Alright, now I'm going to take my flathead. Set you back up over here. Hopefully you'll stay. Sorry for bad camera angles. Flathead here like this in between the rotor vents. I'm just going to snug these, see if they move. Which none of them are so far. For these, you want to torque them the same wheel specs, the same as your wheel specs, so should be like 76 to 100. I know that's at least 100, probably a little more. So yeah, And extra your pads. Back to the anti-seize. Put it on each end like this. Like so. For the back pad, go like that, because that's where the piston's going to hit for the caliper. And then you slide them in. There is a certain way for them to go in. So you got kind of a little curve here, a little like half moon, crescent moon, whatever. That goes in towards the center of the rotor. So the rotor's curved, this is curved. So yeah. Once again, anti-seize all the way around. Then for this one here, put a little bit on each end, because the front caliper doesn't sit right in the middle. Once again, you don't have to do all this anti-seize stuff. I was taught that way, so it's kind of stuck in my head. And then just slide it all back together. Obviously, I didn't push the piston in as much as I should have. So there we go. Alright. And then the final 2 bolts, little 14s. They go back in here like this. Do not over tighten these. I say over tighten. You can snap them. And it's not good if you do. My gun set to the low setting. So yeah. Setting 2, setting 3, and that's breakaway. So yeah. And there you have it. Your front brakes are complete. All I gotta do is put the wheel back on and call it a day. So yeah. What would have been nice is using these for all my docile guys out there. That's coming. Look at that. That is huge. So yeah. Keep in contact, keep in touch. Keep watching for more. Like, comment, subscribe. The more you guys like, the more you subscribe, the more YouTube algorithm works, the more I possibly get more views. Which means more subscribers, which means that I can get paid for this. I get paid, that helps you guys out because it gives me more content, which helps me out at the same time, but I get to build what you guys want to see me build. So yeah, let me know. Do it for me. Peace out. See you in the next one.
Space machine. Wow.